As we continue to shine the spotlight on our Wishkeeper Connect members, I'd love to introduce Rashele Debnar, who's the Director and Principal Financial Planner of Pathways Financial Planning SA, which is actually based in a place very dear to my heart in Berry, which is a part of the beautiful Riverland region of South Australia. However, Rashele, you cover a very large footprint, not only across the South Australian farming community region, but even beyond interstate.
I do. Yes, that's right. I have clients over in Victoria, WA and Queensland as well at this stage. So I'm probably growing from there.
Yeah, fantastic.
Yeah.
And life in the Riverland, you love it. It's such a beautiful part of the world.
Very, very peaceful. I actually originally come from Adelaide, so I'm used to a bit more hustle and bustle. But yeah, the Riverland's beautiful and peaceful, and it's been a great place to raise children. So great place to do business too. Yeah.
If anybody watching has never visited the Riverland, I always say, Rashele, because people, when I say I lived in Berry for 10 years, which a lot of people may not know that watching this, but for 10 years and loved it so much. And people say, oh, where is that? I always just say home of Berry fruit juice. You know that fruit juice, Berry? That's where it is. And they know straight away.
That's hilarious. That's great.
Yeah, lovely. Well, let's kick into some of the questions that I wanted to ask you today. And obviously the work you do in financial planning, it's such an interesting world and a space to work in that. And I've, conversations you and I have had, you take such a really beautiful approach with your clients, and it is so genuine and so heartfelt, and you really get to know them. But I want to ask you, Rashele, what's one thing about what you do that you absolutely love that just keeps you so wedded to this industry?
Honestly, it's two words: changing lives. That is absolutely what I love about this industry. So that's probably the primary reason I do it. But then there's all the other stuff that comes in under that. It comes with, there's the peace of mind that I give my clients. I help them achieve financial stability. We talk about things beyond just finances though. We really do talk about some really intimate information that they share with me about their families, how they feel, what their fears are. I really enjoy building those kind of relationships with my clients, because it means then that the plan that I give them is really only for them. And it means then that I can make sure that when we're trying to achieve these goals together, that they're not too scared to approach me to say, oh, I'm a little bit uncertain of this, or I'm not quite sure about that, because they know that you just come and have a chat. Give me a call. Everything will be okay. The other side of it that I really love is I actually like problem solving a lot. So as you can imagine, every client that I see, every family group, no two people are the same. And when you're talking to people and they have all of these issues that are going on in their lives and they just have no clarity, I really love coming in and just going, okay, pare it right back. Let's simplify this. We don't need to stress about this because you now have a direction. I reckon it all comes under that changing life part of it. That's definitely why I do this.
I think you've touched on a couple of really important points there. One is, to be a financial planner, you must be able to empathise and be able to listen to people and genuinely want to care and show them the direction. But on the flip side of that, people are trusting you with everything. They're bearing all, aren't they? It's so really difficult for us to talk about money and finances. But and I know for you, Rashele, you are so approachable and so down to earth and so easy to talk to, that I can see how that would just play in, and your clients would feel so connected to you, which is such a powerful part of what you do. And not everyone can do that. So that's incredible. And I think it is that everybody has a different level of understanding of their finances, or just finance in general. We're not really taught this stuff at school. And so some people, I imagine, would come forward and feel a bit embarrassed that they don't know certain things, but it's okay, right?
Yes, because I say, like those people in particular, I say 95% of people that sit in front of me have absolutely no idea, and they're exactly the same as you. And that's why you come to somebody like me, because I do know. And I can help you understand it a lot better as well.
Yeah, I think that's such an important piece, because people go, oh, I need a financial planner. People that have financial planners know about finance. Actually, no, it's the opposite, because most of us, like you said, 95% of us
have no idea.
No idea.
No idea. What's in your super? Oh, gee, I don't know.
For sure, for sure.
Yeah. So
I love that. Now,
yeah.
This question, I'm so keen to hear yours because I know you do love what you do and you would want to stay in what you do for, forever till end of days, right? But if you could, Rachele, spend a day in someone else's business, who would that be and why?
It would definitely be Warren Buffett's office because he is just a legend. Like, you think about it, I've read so many books on him and I have followed him for such a long time. You just think about how he runs his business, his investment philosophy, how he deals with just life in general. He is an absolutely fascinating man, and I would absolutely love to spend time just being in his life, even just being a PA, just sort of in the background, just taking notes. It would be absolutely fascinating to see how he works.
Oh, can I come with you? That is the
Yeah,
great
definitely.
You are so on the money with that one. He is just extraordinary. Yeah, just
extraordinary.
The way he thinks. Yeah, absolutely
extraordinary.
Now, the financial planning space has had significant change over the last few years, and you are one of the up-and-coming rising stars in the industry. If someone is watching this and they are wanting to start out, either working for another financial planner or maybe taking the leap of faith to start out in their own business, what advice would you give them, Rachele?
So this one's a bit of a long one because I feel like for me to get into this position, it was a bit of a long haul. However, when I speak to other professionals, apparently it wasn't a long haul for me because with a lot of other people, it takes a long time to get into this position. And that is definitely something that a lot of people, if they want to become a financial planner through to a business owner, they need to understand that you do need to go through a lot of work to get there. However, if you are willing to go through all of those steps, the outcome is just amazing. And some of the points, I've jotted down a few things here to talk about: patience and persistence with advancing your career, having dedication to it. So if you really love financial planning, start reading things like Warren Buffett and, how investment philosophies work and what asset allocations mean, and start following, all of these sort of different newspapers like Financial Review and things like that, and get into the knowledge base of it. The other thing is that financial planning itself now, because of all the changes, there are actually so many roles that are evolving that aren't just being a financial planner. So like a really good customer service representative, they are worth their weight in gold. Then you've got advisor associates, paraplanners. They are all people that you actually don't need formal qualifications for them. It's just experience, basically, and seeing an opportunity and going with it, and seeking out. Like one of the things I have said is actually seeking out support from other professionals. Being out in the country for me when I was doing my professional year and leading up to being a financial planner, obviously I'm quite secluded out here. So I really made it a point to, quite often I would go, I've got this burning question and my business partner can't answer that because he doesn't have experience in it. I would call my licensee or somebody else I know. Hey, I've got this question. Do you know anyone that might be able to help me with it? I'd end up speaking to advisors in Sydney, Queensland, WA, Tasmania. I was just reaching out to all sorts of people. So being able to do that is a really, really good way to get through it. There are absolutely endless opportunities at the moment, but you do need to be proactive. If you're just going to sit around in the office and not look at further education, not approach the advisor, or not go to other professionals within the network, you are always going to stay where you're going to stay, where you already are. One thing I have definitely noticed in this industry, or profession now actually it is, most advisors actually do foster a supportive environment, especially those of us that are probably a bit younger on the scale, because we know what it's like to come from the ground up. Like I started in admin. I wasn't just an advisor. And so most of them are really, really actually happy for you to approach them and ask. They'll give you all the time in the world to chat to you about anything. The final part about it is business owners in particular are so busy working in the business, or for me, growing my business and seeing clients. Quite often my head is so caught up in all of that, it's hard for me to take a step back and see opportunity. However, if I have staff who are working for me that see an opportunity and are proactive and approach me and go, hey, I've got this idea, or I'd really love to do this, you just never know where that conversation can take you. So don't be afraid to do it. Because, you know, at the end of the day, you're either going to get one of two answers, either a yes or a no.
Yeah.
So, you know, yeah.
I think the lesson there too is for business owners, and we all need to tell ourselves this almost on a daily basis, you can't do it all. You need that community and network around you. So it's so important. Rachele, final question for you. At the end of it all, what matters most in life to you?
Health, actually. After working in this for 9 years now, health is the most important, because if you have your health, everything else comes into it. Time with family, time with friends, traveling, building experiences, growing your wealth. If you don't have your health, nothing else matters.
I love that.
Yeah.
I love that. Rachele, thank you so much for catching up with us today. I always love talking with you. You are one of the most down-to-earth and approachable financial planners that we know. And if anyone is looking to reach out to you, they can obviously go to your website, and all of the details are there. Like you said at the start of this, it doesn't matter where people are positioned. Now with technology, we can work with people across borders, which is so great. So your wealth of experience in that farming community and all throughout that region really holds you in such great stead to reach out to people beyond that. So thank you, Rachele, and I can't wait to see what big things are coming from you in 2025.
Thank you so much, Cheryl.